I have this Sidekicks chicken fried rice. It's the last one I have, so I like this, but my husband doesn't like it. So I'm going to cook that for me, and I'm going to cook him some pierogies. These ones are cheese and bacon. I'm going to fry up some onion, peppers, and mushrooms to go with that. And then I've got these pork chops, I guess, that I had frozen in some soy marinade. So I'm just going to cut that into chunks, and we'll eat that with our food. And then I had this pineapple, so I thought maybe that would be a nice fruit to go with our meal. Okay. I'm just going to start with the pineapple. I got a bucket over onto the side, and that's where I'm just going to be putting my scraps. You don't like pineapple, do you? I'm sure there's a better way to cut this pineapple, but this is what I'm doing. Ooh. This is super sweet pineapple. Cut it like this. Oh my goodness, it's slippery. And I'm just going to cut out the core. So I think what I like most about the pineapple is actually the texture. That's the core. I didn't used to like pineapple. I think growing up I didn't really like it. I tried it once actually this summer that went by. And it was like in one of those fruit trays you buy at the grocery store with a bunch of different fruit. And I liked it all of a sudden, so now I eat pineapple. I'm glad though, apparently it's like super healthy or something for you. My dog is off to my right over here, and he's sitting very patiently acting like a very good boy. The last time I gave him pineapple, it didn't react well with him. So, sorry bud, you're going to have to miss this one. A nice big container of pineapple. And I'll just snack on that the rest of the night. I'll probably eat the rest of that. So, the next thing I'm going to cut up are these vegetables that I'm going to fry. Usually I like to just do onions and bacon with pierogies, but I have this pork chops I took out of the freezer, and I don't have bacon thawed. So we're going to have pork chops instead of bacon. Technically they're from the same animal, so should be fine. You don't want this either, Trigger. I'm just going to do the whole onion. I've still got like a big bag of these in the fridge, so I'm not worried about running out. So there's the onions. I had 2 yellow peppers in the fridge, so we're going to use 1. And I think probably not going to leave them in big strips. Maybe I'll cut them in half again. I do like to see a little bit of color sometimes. So I'm just going to cut them in like these small little sizes. to cut these mushrooms into quarters. Yeah, quarters. So that's garbage. Actually, that's a lot for 2 people, but that's okay because we'll have it for lunch tomorrow. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to give my board a little wipe down. Actually, these are my favorite cutting boards. I have all these really nice wooden ones and expensive ones. These are from the dollar store, and they've got like this little grip on the bottom. They're kind of really nice. I'm going to get something to put these in. I'm just kind of like prepping everything right now, and then we'll bring it over to the stove, and then I'll cook everything then. So I did kind of hit them with the tenderizer a while ago for a little bit. I'm just going to cut them into small chunks. Okay. So I can't exactly remember what I put in this marinade. I had found a recipe on Pinterest and thought I would try it because I had bought a big pack of these from Costco. So I did like 3 or 4 different kinds. There was a Greek one, there was a lemon one, which the Greek one and the lemon one were very similar. And then the soy one. There was also like a teriyaki one, and there was a few other kinds, but I just did the ones with the ingredients I had here. And I did that probably about a month or so ago. Okay, so we're back over at the stove over here, and I got the pierogies boiling in this pot in the back. There was only 8 left in the bag, so that's what we're having, or what my husband's having. I got the rice cooking over here. Just got to bring it to a boil and then simmer it for 7 minutes. And then I started with the veggies, or yeah, these are veggies. And I'm just going to fry them for a little bit. And then I'll cook the pork in this pan right after. And then I'll cook the pierogies in after that. Actually, I might end up cooking the pierogies first and then the pork chop after. Okay, so I finished cooking up the veggies. I'm just going to stick the pierogies in here now. I'm actually going to drain it a little bit first so it doesn't splatter all over. There are actually different ways apparently of cooking pierogies. I like to boil mine first and then I'll fry it up. And I'll probably way too hot pan. It's actually water, so it's hot, that's why. There we go. Oh, thicken. I just fried them for a few minutes just to give them a crispy edge. And my rice is done as well. I'm just letting it soak in the last little bit of juices, or liquid. And then I'll cook the pork chops in right after this. I am destroying these pierogies. So for lunch, I just got basically what we had for dinner. But I mixed them all together, and I'm just going to fry it up in this pan, and that's going to be lunch. So I ended up making poutine with hamburger meat and onions. There's cheese and gravy in there, obviously, because, yep, that's dinner tonight. So this morning my husband texted me from work and he wanted an egg. I think I'll just do the whole bacon and egg. He'll want it in a sandwich probably, so I'll toast some bread. Does anybody else save their bacon grease in a container? My coffee. I like my eggs sunny side up. I got a little bit more of the yogurt with strawberries, bacon obviously, and he likes his eggs in a sandwich, so he's just got a toasted egg sandwich with cheese and obviously some more bacon. And that's breakfast today. Okay, so welcome back. We had eggs for breakfast. It's lunchtime now, but I thought I would get dinner ready first because I'm going to be cleaning out my oven and my fridge, so I'm going to just cook in the crock pot today. So I'm going to get that ready now, get that started. And what I decided with the rest of the hamburger meat that I had, that I used for the poutines yesterday, I'm going to make some honey garlic meatballs, and then I'll just make some rice in my rice cooker later to go with it. So I had a little bit of sauce left, but I don't think this is going to be enough because there's a lot of hamburger meat. So what I got here is some water. I'm going to add honey, about a quarter cup water, about half a cup honey. Actually, it'd probably be easier if I just took the lid off. I'm not actually measuring, but that's approximately what you want. I'm going to have a lot of meatballs, so I'm probably going to need a lot. Okay. Oof. Oh, it's sticky. Not a huge fan of honey myself, the taste of it. Mixed in different things, it's good. By itself, I'm not a fan. Actually, that's not true. I think I tried some like honey from an actual bee farm that's nearby here. Theirs wasn't bad. And about a 1/3 cup soy sauce. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Oh, maybe not. But I like the way it separates. And I'm sure there's a scientific thing, and I know people know it, but anyways. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir, combine it. And then I'm going to add some garlic. Oh, maybe not. Come on. So call about 5. You want about 5 cloves of garlic. So half teaspoon is 1 clove of garlic. So this is probably 2. We'll just go 6. And I love garlic, so my cat just jumped off the top of the fridge. If you're wondering what that thump was, we'll just go about that much. Quite a bit, actually. That much. Okay, again, you're just going to want to stir that, get it all nice and mixed. I feel like we're pretty close, actually. That's pretty good. I think the honey's not mixed in all the way. Maybe it just needs a bit more honey. And add a bit more honey. That's good. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump the store-bought honey garlic in the bottom. And I'm probably going to keep this jar, so I'm going to clean it out. And then I'm just going to make meatballs. We don't do anything special in our meatballs. I just roll them into balls and then I'll throw them in there and then they can cook. So I'm going to do this whole thing. Now we're not going to eat all this. A lot of this is going to be frozen. I'll cook it and then I'll freeze it and it'll make an easy dinner one day. Probably on a day where I have to clean. Like today. Like I said, we're probably going to have rice with this. You can have rice, you can have mashed potatoes. So okay, Trey. So my cat likes to get up really high on furniture and stuff, and then it freaks my dog out and he cries. He's not being hurt, he's just a big chicken. Ain't that right, Triggy? I know some people like to add breadcrumbs or oatmeal. Stop, it's okay. Or oatmeal to their meatballs to help them stay, but we're good with just meat. Pretty sure I'm going to have to wash my hands and go get my cat pretty soon. I know, I see him. Maybe he's worried that the cat's going to hurt himself. I don't know. Oh, the bottom of this meat is still frozen a bit. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to get the cat. So I got all the meatballs done. It literally filled my crock pot right to the brim. I'm just going to dice up an onion before I put the rest of the honey garlic sauce on there. You can dice or slice or quarter, whatever you prefer. I just like it diced because I think it'll mix better with the rice. It's actually a very windy day today, so here's to hoping the power doesn't actually go out today. just going to pour over the top. Probably could have made a bit more. I might make some more and then we'll just let that cook. So what I'm making here are tortillas. I've got a little bit of salsa left in the fridge from Christmas. My sister gave me some canned salsa that she made herself. I've got about half of it left. We don't have any tortilla chips or anything, so I'm just going to cut these into like super small pieces. And we're going to fry them. Well, I'm going to bake them first and then I'll fry them. And we'll be able to eat that with the salsa. So I ended up actually rolling them out. And they're quite large actually for chips. So after I cook them in the pan, when I go to put them in the oil, I'm probably going to cut them. Some of them are going to get cut into thirds and some will probably get cut into more pieces. So, but yeah, like I got kind of big. But it's a nice thickness. So we're going to go over to the oven and bake these now. So I'm just going to, that's just the light, cook them in my cast iron pan. And I just turned it on. I should have waited a little bit longer. It's starting to get hot already, but thank you. Okay. Sorry, I'm need to come back and start it. Then I do a little bit. Start more now. And I do that bit now. Actually, it's not no, not really good. I'm not going to really there. But it's really there. And got some nice colors on. Okay. I'll use it on these. I don't know. Let me know on time. Yeah. Okay, no, no, that's it. Just not sure. These ones will probably cut into quarters. So definitely now. I'll put you in. I think I might have made them still a little bit too thick. The ones that I fried are a little bit cushiony, but they still be okay for salsa. Put it in. Yep. So we're actually going to start the morning today off with bacon and eggs, just a simple, good breakfast. While this bacon is cooking, I'm going to work on these dishes. Time for the eggs, cooking it in the good old bacon grease. So today for dinner, I decided to show you all the ingredients, and we're going to go through a new recipe that I found on Pinterest together. So I have some macaroni here. We're going to make a macaroni salad with some broccoli, peppers, onions, and celery. And then I've got some ingredients here for caramelized baked chicken. The recipe says chicken wings, but we've got chicken thighs, so we're going to do chicken thighs instead. So the first thing I did was I preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and I got a pot on the stove getting ready to boil for the macaroni, because I want the macaroni to cool before I add all these ingredients to it. So I guess maybe the first thing I'm going to do is maybe chop the vegetables for the salad. Sorry about the noise in the background. My husband is cutting up trim for the house. So my goal is to make enough macaroni salad that we can have some for lunch tomorrow. So I'm making a lot. It's one of our favorite salads to eat. Oh, I forgot the cheese. I usually add cheese. And we do have a little block of cheese here, so I'll add that to it as well. Macaroni salad is one of those things that you can probably add anything to it that you want. I usually just see what kind of veggies I have going on in my fridge, and then I add that. I'm going to cut the onion kind of small. He's about to cut another piece. Warning, headphone users. I'll leave that in, so I'll do that again. We will take that one another time. And then, and then the upstairs is ready to go. We don't know where we're going to start. We're party lines and so on. It was really hard. We got it. We're stuck in like super clean places. Let me do that. I'm going to ruin it. This is going to be good. I don't know what matters. This is not good. And one over. Thank you, everybody. Very sorry. And better. So that we have this ingredient. So I'm going to finish this first. I get a cut from the other day. Okay. Actually, these guys are nice. Very cool. Okay. I think I'm just going to do all the broccoli. I also include the stems. Actually, what I might do, because I'm thinking fried rice again some point this week, I think I'm going to keep the stems and put them with the fried rice. So I'll just get a little container to put those in. More you can do. Okay. Big large goes slowly. That's really these next ones. You go to like eyes off. That's good. Okay, so this will be perfect for our stir-fry rice. I might even make curry with it. I haven't decided yet, but that'll be perfect for that. So water's almost there. Just have a few up. I'm looking at the ingredients in front of me for the caramelized chicken thighs, and they kind of look similar too. They're like actually exactly the ingredients I used for my honey garlic sauce the other day when I made honey garlic meatballs. Which, by the way, none of those got frozen. They all were eaten. Okay. So this is what we're looking at for the salad. I'll add the dressing, which I just use mayo, and a little bit of dill seed. Now usually I add turmeric to it as well, but I'm currently out, so we'll do without the turmeric. So the macaroni, the water is ready. I'm just going to go ahead and add what I've got are these little rotini ones. I like these ones or the bow ties. Anything small for my macaroni salad. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce for the caramelized, which I'm now convinced is just honey garlic chicken salad. Okay. So it just asks for about 1 2/3 tablespoons of oil, so I'm just going to grab that first. This recipe also calls for about 2 pounds of chicken. I don't think I have 2 pounds, I have only like 4 chicken thighs, so this will make lots for that. So it asks for 1/2 cup of soy sauce. One 2/3 tablespoons of ketchup. There's 1 2/3 tablespoon. So it's 5 teaspoons in a tablespoon, so 2/3 would be 2 teaspoons. Couldn't even see what I was doing. Three-quarter cups of honey. Do I have enough? Oh yeah, I should. It's like stuck to the bottom. So I'm going to let that sit upside down for a minute, and we're going to get the 2 to 3 garlic cloves. I believe it's 1/2 teaspoon is 1 clove of garlic. So I'll probably just do 2 teaspoons. Wait, 2 teaspoons would be, yeah. There it is. Would be 4 cloves, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And our honey's gone down, so we're just going to do the 3/4 cups. I wonder if it'd be easier just to take the lid off. Can you see how slow this is going? Come on. This is going to take a little while. Just going to take the lid off and let that work some kind of, oh, there we go.
Okay.
Do-do-do. How's it going?
Go on. You.
It's going. Oh my goodness. So the recipe called for 1 hour, but those are for chicken wings. So I did 30 minutes, I flipped them, I did 30 minutes, I flipped them back, and they're going back in for another 10 minutes. I just cooked some stuff in, nothing special, just the store-bought one. And the macaroni is now cooled down, or rotini. So I'm just going to start adding my other stuff, so mayo, what I like to do is I just mix a little bit at a time so that it all gets nice and incorporated. So a little bit here. Probably going to actually add a bit more mayo. I'm going to get this stuff in first.